It has been ages since I tried an IT Cosmetics product, but the new IT Cosmetics Do It All Sheer Tint Face Balm really caught my eye, so I picked it up a couple of weeks ago and I've been playing with it ever since. So this is not a first impression. Anyway, if you would like to see how the new IT Cosmetics Sheer Tint Face Balm works on my 66-year-old very dry skin, throw this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. This is $34. It is cruelty-free and fragrance-free, formulated with 92% skincare ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, glycerin, collagen peptides, and vitamin E. This does not contain any essential oils, alcohol, or SPF. Now, it describes this as a balm to serum formula that hydrates, plumps, even skin tone, and improves skin over time. Now, as much as I do appreciate skin-loving ingredients, I do not rely on my makeup for my skincare. This comes in 15 flexible shades, and I picked up the shade 210 Light Neutral. Oh my gosh, it is so silky and balmy. There is 210, and you can see it is a really good match for my skin tone. Anyway, let's get this on my face. I did my skincare about a half an hour ago, including my SPF, so everything has set down quite nicely. Today I used my Dermatology Broad Spectrum SPF 45. I always use this SPF when I'm demonstrating complexion products because it is untinted, it's not overly glowy, so as not to alter the tint, coverage, or the finish of the complexion product. Now today I am going to apply my Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector because I want to see if this balm can really do it all, meaning can I use it as a concealer? But I always use an eye corrector, a peach corrector, under all of my, even under sunscreen. Let me see. This applicator is a little bit tricky. It's a peach eye corrector. It's also got skincare ingredients, and it also has SPF. And it's one of my favorite products. You know, I did an empties video a couple of months ago, and I meant to include this, and I forgot to. And someone said, are you still using the Luminous Eye Corrector? And yes, I absolutely am. Anyway, I just pat it under my eyes. I'm applying too much. I'll just rub it in really well. The peach tone neutralizes some of the blue purple. Some days this is enough for me. For instance, on no makeup days when I'm just wearing SPF and lipstick, but usually it's just a corrector to neutralize, and I do often use a little bit of concealer. But let's see if today this gives me enough, if I can actually use this as a concealer. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay. Now, IT Cosmetics recommends application either with fingers or a brush. I definitely prefer a brush. And today I am using the BK Beauty 109, one of my favorite complexion brushes. I'm just going to pick a little bit up. I am going to start with a swipe because I do want you to see the color match. I think it's a really good color match. But really how I apply it is I pat it on. This feels really cooling and wet as it goes on my skin. But as you can see, as you will see, it dries down quite nicely. So that is just really nice sheer coverage. It basically blends itself. I'm just going to put it on half of my face so you can see the coverage. Now, they do say sheer to light medium coverage, and I'm getting it all over my forehead, and I do agree with that, but I am going to build it up just a little bit in the areas where I need a little bit extra coverage. I have, I don't know, a few little brown spots that I like to cover up. But I think the coverage is really pretty. Sheer. I would say this is more light coverage anyway. I hope the lighting is okay for you to see. Here is one side with the product compared to nothing. I hope you can see it really does have really pretty light coverage. Let me get it on the other side of my face. I love the way this feels going on my skin. Very, very hydrating. And let's make sure I have it all the way over there. And building it up. And I am going to put just a little bit extra around my eye area as a concealer. Now, I wouldn't say this is necessarily, it's a very light coverage, but I do think it's going to work just fine over a corrector. Oh my gosh, it feels really moisturizing. And right now it's still a little bit tacky. It does take just a few minutes to dry down, but let me take a closer look. Just make sure I have it blended in okay. And here is a full face of the new IT Cosmetics 4-in-1 Sheer Tint Face Balm. Now I'm going to go off camera, put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will show it to you in natural light, although it's a super cloudy day. I'll show you natural light and we'll talk about wear time, etc. Be right back. And here is the finished look. And here I am in front of a huge south-facing window with what little daylight we have on this very cold, cloudy, windy day. But I hope you can see how very natural this looks on the skin. Before we get into final thoughts, I did want to mention that I noticed that the weight of my microphone was pulling my sweater down. So you may have seen I have a little spot right there. I had my annual full body skin check a few days ago, and they did remove a little something, which luckily is not cancer. But just a reminder how very, very important it is to get your annual full body skin check. Anyway, as far as the IT Balm, you know, I did not wind up adding any additional concealer. I feel like between the DRMTLGY, Corrector, and the Balm, I got just enough coverage for a very natural no makeup day and no creasing. Although I did set my eye area with my Hourglass finishing powder. I set my eye area and my T-zone, but I did not set the rest of my face. And the balm did dry down to a really nice moisturized but not tacky feeling. As far as the rest of my makeup, it's sort of the usual suspects. A little bronzer in the crease, my Merit blush balm in the shade Cheeky. You can see how well used and loved that is. And I did top the Merit blush balm with the RMS Beauty Hydra Dimension powder blush. This is the shade Crystal Slipper, which is a gorgeous sort of nude pink shade. I hope you can see that. Really pretty glowy nude pink shade that is perfect for topping a cream blush. So if you have trouble with your cream blush fading on you, top it with a powder blush. It really helps to set the cream blush and adds to the longevity. And one thing I love about this is it sets the cream blush without adding too much additional color. Anyway, I will list all the products I have on my face in the description box below, as usual. As far as the balm, I must say I really enjoy it. It's fast and easy to apply. It offers sheer to very, very light medium coverage with a really pretty radiant finish. It feels moisturizing yet incredibly lightweight. It's just a really easy, everyday, very natural looking complexion product. It actually reminds me very much of the, I don't know if you remember, L'Oreal's Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm that I used to adore, but unfortunately was discontinued. So if you enjoyed the L'Oreal Age Perfect Tinted Balm, you will love this. Now, IT Cosmetics doesn't make any specific wear time claims, so it's probably not the most bulletproof product. But I have found that I can get the usual 8 or so hours of wear time out of this, and that's really all I need out of my, everyday skin tints. But if you have combo skin or you live in a very hot, humid climate, you will probably want to powder it. Overall, I definitely give this a thumbs up. And IT Cosmetics also makes a, what is it called? Do It All Concealer and a Do It All Cream Blush that now I really want to try. If you have tried any of these products, please share your thoughts in the comment box. And with that, have yourself a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in my next video.